We are taking you live to Milwaukee. That city is on high alert as the Republican National Convention kicks off today. The Secret Service says there will be no major changes to its already strict security plan following the attempted assassination of former President Trump. Ultra El-Nashar reports.
The Republican National Convention carrying on after an attempt on former President Trump's life. Trump flying from his Bedminster, New Jersey golf club to Milwaukee Sunday afternoon.
I think people are excited about it. I hope it's going to help a bigger turnout for the Republicans, hopefully.
After Saturday's events, the RNC security perimeter will not be expanded, and civilians will still be allowed to carry firearms outside the perimeter.
Our state law allows for the particular right to carry a firearm. We as a city cannot legislate out of that.
Downtown Milwaukee blanketed with law enforcement, especially surrounding Pfizer Forum, where delegates will gather, and the Pfister Hotel, where Trump is staying. But this time feels far from routine. From volunteers to sitting members of Congress, here in Milwaukee, it seems all anyone is talking about is the shock of an assassination attempt on the man they're about to formally nominate as their presidential candidate.
I'm literally beyond words at what has happened there.
I got a phone call from my brother, and I couldn't believe it. And he said, no, it really happened.
President Biden ordering an independent review of what happened at the Pennsylvania rally and how, and for the findings to be made public. And
I've directed the head of the Secret Service to review all security measures for the Republican National Convention.
An estimated 50,000 delegates, media, law enforcement, and visitors are expected. Even before the Trump rally shooting, the Department of Homeland Security designated the RNC as a Tier 1 event with national and/or international importance that requires extensive federal interagency support. Local and state police aiding federal law enforcement ranging from Secret Service to the Coast Guard and Customs and Border Patrol, monitoring the skies and nearby Lake Michigan, Milwaukee, and Menominee rivers.
Very confident in the security situation here in Milwaukee. This is probably one of the most secure areas on the planet.
Capitol Police is also here to protect sitting members of Congress attending the convention, a necessity. Last year alone, Capitol Police's threat assessment team handled more than 8,000 cases. Wisconsin GOP Chair Brian Schimming says despite the shooting, the convention schedule will go on as planned. That includes the vice presidential nomination on Wednesday and the presidential nomination on Thursday. In Milwaukee, I'm Ultra El-Nashar.
Pennsylvania State Police released the names of 3 people who were shot during the attempted assassination of former President Trump. 50-year-old Corey Comprator was killed while attending the campaign rally on Saturday. He was there with his wife and 2 daughters. According to Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, Comprator dove over them to protect them when gunshots were fired. A second victim has been identified as 57-year-old David Dutch of New Kensington, Pennsylvania. He is currently listed in stable condition. The third victim, 74-year-old James Copenhaver of Moon Township, Pennsylvania, is also listed in stable condition. Now you're taking a live look at the White House. President Biden is calling on Americans to cool down the political rhetoric after the attempted assassination of Trump. He says political differences should be resolved at the ballot box.
The power to change America should always rest in the hands of the people, not in the hands of a would-be assassin. You know, the path forward through competing visions of the campaign should always be resolved peacefully, not through acts of violence.
Biden spoke from the Oval Office for about 5 minutes in a primetime address. He used the moment on Sunday to urge the country to unite as one nation. He's promising a thorough and swift review into the shooting. He's asking the public not to make assumptions about the shooter's motives or affiliations. We had the chance to speak with U.S. Representatives Bill Huizenga and Jack Bergman about the incident.
Our prayers are with President Trump and the family and all of those who were in the crowd, because there will be some trauma for those who didn't experience any injury, but the trauma of being there. And again, I want everybody to know that we as the United States of America are better than what we saw.
Obviously, it's unacceptable. Political violence is unacceptable, no matter who it is against. We solve our problems at the ballot box, not through violence. And that is got to be clear to all sides.
We are also hearing reaction from Governor Gretchen Whitmer. She posted on X saying There is no place for political violence in this country, period. This is not how we solve our differences. I am horrified to learn of this news, and we will be following the situation closely. I am grateful for those in law enforcement who stepped in immediately. Coverage continues on the attempted assassination of former President Trump after Opera 5 News today. The Today Show will also have a live preview of the Republican National Convention that starts at 7 a.m. Then watch special coverage of the convention tonight at 9:30. You can watch it right here on Opera 5 TV 7 and 4.